go home and get the canoe? Chilly. Want to go home and get the canoe? We'll do that this summer when it warms up a little bit. This spot right here, nice swimming hole actually. Big rocks and trees to hang ropes off for the other side on the deep end. Nice and shallow and slow, gentle slope into the deep from this side. It's about half a mile upriver from my house. Down that way, around a big bend. No big rapids actually to deal with. And then it's about a half mile down from the dam actually, the Yasaka Dam. This is the Ozegawa or Oze River. So I'm gonna get my canoe, probably get a couple of kayaks and bring the grandkids up here, and we'll pack a lunch and some drinks and come down here this summer. Nice place actually. It's off the main road. I actually walk. Come on, let's go, Chili. Let's go. I walk the dog up here about 3 or 4 times a week, depending on the weather. Walk up from the house, let her go for a swim if it's not too cold, because she just loves the water. And then we'll go up get up this way, and then walk up to the bottom of the dam for the rest of the walk so she can dry off. Really nice little place. Probably see in 1 week walking up here every 2 or 3 days, sometimes every day. We'll probably see 1 or 2 other people up here walking. Maybe a car or 2 pass by. That's about it. It's another nice place in the neighborhood out here in the woods. Come on, let's go. The only thing we got to watch out for up in this area is the mamushi, poison snakes. It's a little too early still for them to be out, but they'll be out soon enough. Got to be really careful because Chili was bitten last year, and the poison is accumulative. So this is a little construction site, construction materials storage site. I'm not sure what these guys work on, but back that way is the going back the road toward my place, about a half mile up the road there, and then this way in the opposite direction is the road that leads up to the bottom of the Yasaka Dam. So I'll post pictures of that later. Alright, back to enjoying the quiet. So this is just a little farther upriver from where we were at, where the dog was swimming a little while ago. Just around that bend is actually hard to see, but there's a rock on the far bank, just as the bend starts to curve around. That rock was directly across from where we were at a few minutes ago. So we're up about 300-400 meters upriver. A little bit raised up. The road actually comes with a little rise here, and then heads back this way. This cliff right here was part of the quarry, where they get the place where they quarried off some stone for cement and stuff for the dam that was built back in the early 70s. While I was here, actually, as a Marine bikuni. The dam, when I first got here, the dam was under construction but hadn't been finished being built yet. And this is looking farther up the river toward the bottom of the dam, just to give some perspective of where we're at here. That large building, two-story building over there, is a dam administration office, I think. There's never anyone there, maybe 3 or 4 times a month, but basically no one's ever there. It's just closed off. I'm not sure exactly what all goes on in there. I'm sure there's some machinery and stuff in there, because I can hear the generators running when I walk past it. Real low electrical hum. So I'm assuming that there's some administrative offices and some technical gear in there. For some reason, it's nowhere. It's not close to the dam itself, and there's no water pipes or lines or anything like that. The electrical lines, regular electrical lines on poles running along this road are there, but nothing in particularly big. So I'm not actually sure what that is. I know it's got something to do with the dam, because the guys that work there from time to time, the 3 or 4 times that I've seen them, kind of drive back and forth with little trucks between that building and the actual bottom of the dam, where there is some technical buildings, obviously. So that was probably confusing. But anyway, just to give you some perspective on where we're at here. Looking back down the river. Those mountains, that mountain on the far end there is overlooking the little village of Anja where I live. And this again is that stone cliff that was stripped back when they first started building this area down here, is prepping it. That's where they got the first amount of rocks to grind up for the cement that they use to make the gravel. Some little company here that I'm not sure what they do. Some little industrial type company. So we're getting up every time she goes in the water. As soon as she finds a grassy spot, she's got to roll around, which is okay. All right, come on, let's go. Come on. Yeah. Hey. Hey. So there's the downriver side of Yasaka Dam here in Otake. It's one of those big old cranes. Wonder if you can see that. Beautiful birds. There's all kinds of waterfowl in this river, especially right along here. There's those cranes, there's mallard ducks, there's these black cormorant. Anybody that's been in Iwakuni before may remember seeing those in the autumn. They'll have the wooden boats out in the river near Kintai-kyo, and these guys have these big torches on the front of their boats, on the bows of their boats, extended out over the bow, and then they have 6 or 7 or a dozen of these black birds, long-necked water birds. They're called cormorant. What they do is they put a leash around each of the necks. They put the bird in the river. The birds actually dive down and catch the fish. The guy pulls the fish back up. They pull the leash kind of close so it doesn't. The bird can't swallow the fish, and they pull the bird back up in the boat and get it to release whatever fish, and they throw it back in and get another one. A different way of fishing, I guess. I was going to say something else, but I'll just call it a different way of fishing. But anyway, there's a lot of those cormorant wild up here. I just saw one down the river a little bit before I started filming. He was in there diving and catching whatever fish were in the river today. So anyway, that's the backside of Yasaka Dam, and this is the spillway leading out the extension of Ose River, which runs quite a ways up. Oh, there's some mallard ducks coming this way. I don't know if you'll be able to see those. Yeah, nice place. and I really like it here. All right, back to quiet. So this is Yasaka Dam and the spillway for the sluice gates down below here. Not a lot of water coming out today because we just haven't had a lot of water. I mean, the lake is pretty much full in the back, which is a good thing, and they're keeping it that way by just releasing the absolute minimum of water to keep the river running down here. We didn't get a lot of snow this year in the mountains, so it's going to be a pretty dry summer unless we get some precipitation. Typhoon season will be around late August through the first part of October, and yeah, we'll get some rain then, obviously, but those are usually 12 hours max of pretty heavy rain. They don't do a lot to actually fill up the reservoirs around here for a long period of time. What we really need is a good snowpack in the wintertime. For the last couple of years, we just ain't been getting it.